any given category. I usually remind you to say, after you've buzzed in twice, put your hands up just to remind yourself and the rest of your team that you will not be buzzing in. This makes it a little easier for us to remember. And remember the penalty, if you do buzz in a third time or more in a category, we will subtract those points from your score. So it's a pretty steep penalty when that's the case. Otherwise, we may see some surprise substitutions that would necessitate a dancing taco to remind us that we have a surprise substitution. And yeah, I think you all know the rules from there. Give me a quick thumbs up if you feel good about the rules. You're ready to get started with the questions, or come off of mute and let me know if you do have questions. Rad. We've been making trivia hosting look cool long before those kids at HQ Trivia. So hopefully we have some fun today with our categories. All right, big stretch. Take a deep breath. Get your buzzer fingers loosened up. We are going to warm up with our first round. And maybe not a good warm up round because it's all about Antarctica. All about Antarctica. We'll test your knowledge on that icy pole to the south. Okay, hands on buzzers. See how this is going to work. Question number 1, 1 point. The 1959 Antarctic Treaty opened the continent to science and made possible such findings as this hole in the atmosphere found in the 1980s. John.
This is the hole in the ozone layer?
The ozone layer hole is correct. It was a very roundabout way of getting to that question, but sure enough. 1 point for fair and balanced, striking first blood. 2 point question, 2 points in all about Antarctica. The youngest mountain chain in Antarctica is a southward extension of this South American range. Russell. Come off mute for me.
The Andes.
The Andes is the correct mountain chain. Nice job for 2 points. 3 point question, 3 points. Port Lockroy was the start of Britain's permanent presence in Antarctica as a secret base to observe German movements during this war. John.
World War II.
World War II is the correct war. Nice job for 3 points. It was a triple stumper on the show. I think people were nervous as to which of the world wars to go for. 4 point question. 4 points in all about Antarctica. Explorer Richard E. named an unclaimed region of Antarctica Marie this land for his wife. Explorer Richard E. named an unclaimed region. John.
Byrd, Admiral Byrd, right?
Byrd is the correct one for 4 points. It's got to probably be Byrd or Perry, right? Like, so anyway, Byrd. That's the one that's got Richard E. and Marie Byrd. 5 points. I think you're out. I think John. 5 points for the all about Antarctica. Hands on buzzers. Lifeless boats and rusted tanks that once held the precious oil are relics of Deception Island's past. From 1906 to 1931, it was a processing center for this brutal trade. Lifeless boats and rusted tanks that once held the precious oil are relics of Deception Island's past. From 1906 to 1931, it was a processing center. Anthony.
Whaling?
Whaling is correct for 5 points. Nice job putting together all of the details from that very lengthy clue. So a really good first round to warm us all up. Score is always a bridesmaid 9 to fair and balanced 6. I'm not a stumper to be had yet. All right, so we're out of Antarctica. If that wasn't your jam, not my jam. We're gonna move on to television with the category Good TV. Good TV. Okay. 1 point question, hands on buzzers. Robin Roberts and George Stephanopoulos are two of the anchors of this ABC Lee.
Good Morning America.
That is some good TV. Good Morning America is correct for 1 point. I know you like your AM TV. Good old Robin Roberts. 2 point question, 2 points in good TV. Juliana Margulies starred as Alicia Lee.
The Good Wife?
The Good Wife. I didn't figure I'd get too far into that clue. Nice job knowing your Juliana Margulies features. Yeah, Lee got the first 2 questions, so he's out for the rest of Good TV. But let's see what happens with the 3-point question. The rest of your team still has a shot. This spinoff from Maude focused on the Dynamite Evans family. Russell.
Good Times.
Good Times is the right good there. Nice work for 3 points. See, Lee, you've got some partners out there. Good TV. Good TV for 4 points. 4 points. This 1985 animated TV special had the Peanuts gang perform the Broadway musical, John.
You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown.
That's also good TV. Nice work for 4 points. You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. The Broadway musical of the same name. And a 5-point question. This guy from Queer Eye for the Straight Guy went on to host How to Look Good Naked. This guy from Queer Eye for the Straight Guy went on to host How to Look Good Naked. 5 seconds. Time. I thought this might stump some of you. Carson Kressley, if you know your Queer Eye members, who also just came back with a new series. 5 points. Carson Kressley was the Queer Eye for the Straight Guy host that we were looking for. All right, so it's 19-6. Always a bridesmaid. 4 out of 5 of those questions. The last one, our first stumper of the day. Still, only 2 categories into our first round. A lot of time for fair and balance to make up some of the points that they're behind. Our third category. Versus VS dot versus. That's all I can tell you. 1-point question in versus. Juliet's family, they hate the Montagues. Anthony.
Capulets.
The Capulets are the versus the Montagues. Nice job for 1 point. 2-point question. Home computer buyers chose between these 2 types, played by Justin Jean. Jean, are you off mute?
Sorry, PC versus Mac.
PC versus Mac. Mac and PC, played by Justin Long and John Hodgman in commercials. Nice work for 2 points. I think we figure out where this category is going. Our third question, 3 points. Hands on buzzers. The rivalry between these 2 men culminated in the Thrilla in Manila. John.
Frazier and Ali.
Frazier and Ali is correct for 3 points. Nice work, John. 4-point question in versus. Hands on buzzers. Antonio Prohias, a Cuban refugee, spoofed the Cold War in this Mad Magazine comic strip. Antonio Lee.
Spy versus Spy.
Spy versus Spy is correct for 4 points. Always my favorite part of Mad Magazine. And actually there was a pretty good video game for Nintendo back in the 90s for it too. 5-point question, 5 points in versus. A truce signed in 2003 officially ended the century-old feud between these 2 Appalachian families. John.
The Hatfields and the McCoys.
The Hatfields and the McCoys is correct for 5 points. I say Appalachian, but people say Appalachian. I don't actually know. Nice work though, always a bridesmaid, extending the lead slightly to 31-9 at the halfway point of round 1. Again, still many points left to go, and still some interesting categories. Right, we've done versuses, so feuds. Right? We've done good TV, all about Antarctica. We've been all over the map. John Grisham books. John Grisham books is category number 4. Gene does not seem super excited about that one. All right, well, let's see if you know your John Grisham books. Hands on buzzers. 1-point question. Mitch McDeere heads to Anthony.
Firm.
The Firm is the correct one. You got that real quick. Heads to Memphis to practice tax law in this bestseller. The Firm is the correct John Grisham book. John Grisham books for 2 points. Hands on buzzers. Tulane law student Darby Shaw writes this. Anthony.
Pelican Brief.
The Pelican Brief is correct, writes this title object of a 1992 Grisham page turner. Got those first two quickly, yeah. But there's many more John Grisham books to go. 3-point question in John Grisham. A black man murders the 2 white men who raped his daughter in this, John.
Time to Kill.
Time to Kill in this novel, Grisham's first novel, Time to Kill. Nice work for 3 points. 4-point question in John Grisham books. The direction of the verdict in a tobacco lawsuit is at stake in this 1996 novel. The direction of the verdict in a tobacco lawsuit is at stake in this 1996 novel. John.
Runaway Jury.
Runaway Jury is correct. That was actually, I think, my favorite of John Grisham books. I haven't read it in a long time, but nice work for the 4 points. Runaway Jury is the tobacco lawsuit. And our last question in John Grisham books. Seems like you all know your John Grisham. 5-point question, hands on buzzers. Reggie Love represents 11-year-old Mark Sway, the title character of this legal thriller. Reggie Love represents 11-year-old Mark Sway, the title character of this legal thriller. 5 seconds. John.
Is that The Client?
It is The Client. I could see Anthony knowing it over on his screen. The Client is correct for 5 points. Nice work. That is the title character, The Client. Way to go.
Full disclosure, I don't read. I have seen the movies.
that you don't have to admit that here. But it is a safe space. You can. Nice work though. I was worried after saying that you all know your John Grisham that we wouldn't get the last point, but John got the last 5 there. 39-16. 39-16. Getting a lot of points out of this first round. 4 categories down, 2 to go. Category number 5 is I Want a Cookie. I want a cookie. Test your knowledge here. 1-point question in I Want a Cookie. This organization sells 8 varieties of its cookies with 3 Anthony.
The Girl Scouts.
The Girl Scouts. Peanut butter sandwich, thin mint, and shortbread. Nice work for 1 point. 2-point questions in I Want a Cookie. This sandwich cookie brand also has one covered in milk chocolate and a golden uh-oh with chocolate cream. This sandwich cookie brand also has one covered in milk chocolate and a golden uh-oh. Anthony.
Oreo.
Oreo is the sandwich cookie brand. Nice work for 2 points. 3-point question. 3 points in I Want a Cookie. Hee. This company offers ready to bake and simply chocolate chip cookies and stop poking my gut. John Clark.
Pillsbury.
Pillsbury. Thank you for not making me do the hee noise again. Nice work for 3 points on the question. All right, we got the 4-point question coming up in I Want a Cookie. Chips Deluxe and Fudge Shop. John Clark.
It's got to be Chips Ahoy.
It is incorrect.
Oh, no.
I'm going to take away
Deflating.
4 points from you. I know. I was excited too. I'm going to associate team. Let me read it for you again before you all get into it. Chips Deluxe and Fudge Shop are cookies made by this elfin company.
Lee, it's Keebler.
Even Sterling, we're going to go with Keebler.
I will accept that answer for 4 points. Keebler.
Toll House.
Toll House. It is Keebler for 4 points. Nice work. That's for steal. I like it. 5-point question, 5 points. Final question in our I Want a Cookie category. Hands on buzzers. The rhyming name of the bite-sized chocolate chip cookie brand with the homemade recipe and homemade taste. The rhyming name of the Lee.
Is it Famous Amos?
It is Famous Amos. Nice work for 5 points. A triple stumper on the show. You can feel good all day long about knowing Famous Amos brand cookies. Nice work.
I want to just interject for a second. I think there's something wrong with my buzzer because it wasn't working. Can I test it again?
Sure.
Yeah, nothing is happening.
Can you refresh your web browser?
Yeah. Just,
And then it'll ask you to rejoin. There'll be a cookie there, a little link you should be able to click to rejoin the game.
yeah, okay.
Try again when you're back in.
I'm hungry for cookies.
Okay.
Late morning hungry. Good. Glad you're back in, Heidi. Anybody else want to test their buzzer?
This is good. This gives us grounds for appeal.
It's called refreshing your breath. It's just because Heidi did not ring in enough or quickly enough, right? So that's what you can appeal.
Yeah, I knew all the questions. You just weren't hearing me.
Yeah, I think that's probably it. All right, I think we're all back. We'll put you back on mute, and then we'll start with the last category. Yeah, what's our last category? Heidi, go back on mute. Ends in GI. Ends in GI. So good old thing. So GI in quotation marks means if we're going to end in those two letters. Okay, let's see what happens. See, test your knowledge. Hands on buzzers. Ancient Persian priests, like those who visited the baby Jesus. Anthony.
Magi.
The Magi are correct. Nice work for 1 point. 2-point question ends in GI. A Welsh dog breed with a fox-like head. Lee.
Corgi.
A corgi is correct for 2 points. Magi and corgi do not rhyme with each other, but both end in GI. Fun fact. 3-point question ends in GI. Hands on buzzers. A Hindu holy man or a John.
Yogi.
You know what the rest of it was going to be? Or a Yankees great? Yogi is correct for 3 points. Nice job, John. 4-point question. 4 points and ends in GI. Hands on buzzers. From the Polish for dumpling, it's a baked turnover with meat inside. John Clark.
Pierogi.
Very common in Chicago. A good old pierogi. Nice job for 4 points. Way to go. And 5-point question ends in GI. It's the Italian version of Lewis. It's John Lively.
Luigi.
Luigi is the Italian version of Lewis. Nice job for 5 points. And thus concludes round 1 of today's match. Nice job. Very few stumpers across the board. Overall score 58-23. So a lot of points grabbed in round number 1. A pretty good head start by Always a Bridesmaid, but as we all know, many more questions to go. Let's do our midpoint Kaplan crowdsourced potpourri. Check out what questions we have today, submitted by your fellow colleagues here at Kaplan.
Can we get a buzzer? Can we get a buzzer reset?
Yes, we can get a buzzer reset. Thank you. Yeah, so we'll see that again. We are still accepting more questions. We want the best questions possible as we go into these final rounds. So if you have questions to submit, even if you are a player or if you're just a viewer out in the world, feel free to send us questions. Many of you in today's match have sent us questions. All right, let's see what the 5 questions are. Reminder: each of these questions is worth 3 points. There is no changing level of difficulty, but the same rules about buzzing and apply. You only get 2 shots here in Kaplan crowdsourced potpourri. So them's the rules. Let's see what happens. First question, 3 points in Kaplan crowdsourced potpourri. This Olympic sport has a discipline that is known as the Madison, named for the original Madison Square Garden. This Olympic sport has a discipline that is known as the Madison, named for the original Madison Square Garden. 5 seconds. Time. Cycling. Cycling is the sport that has the Madison. See, your fellow colleagues are trying to stump you. That's really what this is all about. They're trying to see if they can stump the brightest of our TPTers. All right, second question in Kaplan crowdsourced potpourri. She became the first African American to be nominated for and win an Academy Award. She became the first African-American to be nominated for and win an Academy Award. John Lively.
Hattie McDaniel.
Hattie McDaniel is correct from Gone with the Wind. Nice job for 3 points. Another 3-point question. Kaplan crowdsourced potpourri. Hands on buzzers. Known now as the Google Play Store, Google's mobile app store was initially released in 2008 under this name. Now known as the Google Play Store, Google's mobile app store was initially released in 2008 under this name. 5 seconds. Time. Things change quickly. We forget about them. The Android Market. Android Market was the original Google Play Store back in the day. All right. I thought somebody'd get it. Fourth question, also for 3 points. Hands on buzzers. He is the only primarily defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy, beating out Peyton Manning. Anthony.
Charles Woodson.
Charles Woodson is correct. Go Blue, Michigan guy myself. Beating out Peyton Manning in 1997. I appreciate that Hank Dunphy did that question. He's another big U of M fan. All right, last question here for 3 points. Last question for 3 points. West Point is along the west bank of this river. John Clark.
The Hudson.
The Hudson is the river upon which West Point is on the west bank. Nice work for 3 points. So some good questions. Thanks to Bill Keevan, John Fulford, Peter Kerr, and Hank Dunphy for today's questions. So score after the Kaplan crowdsourced potpourri round, 61-29. Some points for both teams. Still got a lot of points to go. If you remember, in round 2, the point values are doubled. My patience is halved. So we'll see what you come up with here. Let's see, where shall we start? Let's start here. F in geography. F in geography. That's F as in foxtrot. Again, each correct response here will begin with the letter F. Hands on buzzers. 2-point question. Stretch for round 2. Got it. Okay. Now hands back on buzzers. 2 points. The cities of Antwerp and Ghent lie in this northern region of Belgium. Russell.
Flanders.
Flanders is the region of Belgium. Nice job for 2 points, Russell. 4-point question, 4 points, F in geography. Historically a manufacturing stronghold, it's 60 miles northwest of Detroit. Jean.
Flint.
Flint is correct. Always in the news for the best reasons. Flint, Michigan. Correct for 4 points. Nice job, Gene. 6-point question, F in geography. In 1914, historian James Breasted coined this 2-word term to describe the agricultural area that extends from the Nile Valley to the Persian Gulf. John Clark.
Fertile Crescent.
The Fertile Crescent is correct for 6 points. Nice job, John. Kind of a long clue, but you got there. 8-point question, 8 points in F in geography. Nova Scotia's Cobequid Bay is an arm of this much larger bay. John Lively.
The Bay of Fundy.
The Bay of Fundy is correct for 8 points. The largest or the most dramatic tides in the Atlantic Ocean. I was there once when the tide was coming in. It's pretty impressive to see. Next up for 8 points, F in geography. 10-point question, 10 points coming up, big point gainer. F in geography. This Danish island group between Iceland and the United Kingdom is self-governing and has its own parliament, the Lagting. This Danish island group between Iceland and the United Kingdom is self-governing and has its own parliament, the Lagting. 5 seconds. John Lively.
Is that the Faroe Islands?
It is the Faroe Islands. That is correct for 10 points. Nice job on the big point question there. The Faroe Islands between Iceland and the UK. Still a dependent, I can't remember what Greenland, the Faroe Islands, what their relationship is to Denmark, but still part of it. All right, no, sorry, we're not doing that one. F in geography, that's all we got there. We are jumping to the trials of womanhood. The trials of womanhood. Sounds dangerous, but let's find out what's happening in the trials of womanhood. I'll start with a 2-point question, see what this category is all about. A 1913 West Virginia miners' strike brought martial law. So 82-year-old Mother Jones was tried in this type of military tribunal. A 1913 West Virginia miners' strike brought martial law. So 82-year-old Mother Jones was tried in this type of military tribunal. 5 seconds. John Clark.
Court-martial?
A court-martial is correct for 2 points. Again, an odd clue, but nice job for the 2 points in starting off our trials of womanhood. 4-point question in the trials of womanhood. Hands on buzzers. In 1586, she insisted she had no designs on Elizabeth I's throne. She was not believed. In 1586, she insisted she had no designs on Elizabeth I's throne. She was not believed. John Lively.
Mary, Queen of Scots.
That is the correct wife. Mary, Queen of Scots, tried. Nice work for 4 points. So women on trial, I think, is what we're coming up with here in this category. 6-point question, 6 points in the trials of womanhood. Hands on buzzers. After a 3-week trial in March 1951, she became the first woman executed by the US government. Russell.
That'd be Ethel Rosenberg.
Ethel Rosenberg is correct for 6 points, since alleged Lincoln conspirator Mary Surratt in 1865. Nice job remembering your executed women. 8-point question. That's a compliment. 8-point question in the trials of womanhood. Though under house arrest in this country off and on from 1989, Aung San Suu Kyi was not brought to trial until 2009. John Lively.
Burma.
Burma, Myanmar, I'll accept both. Nice job for 8 points. Myanmar, everyone's favorite country, or Burma. 10-point question, 10 points in the trials of womanhood. Big point question, anybody's to get. The year-long murder trial of Amanda Knox, an American student in this country, riveted Europe. John Clark.
Italy.
Italy is correct for 10 points. That was Russian. I don't know what that was. The year-long murder trial of Amanda Knox, an American student in this country. The country was Italy. Nice work for 10 points. That narrows the gap. Score 99 to 51 after 2 categories with 4 categories still to go. All right. What do we got next? Let's see. Man, this is probably where you're missing some Rochelle on your team. But we've got play adjectives. Play adjectives. I'm going to give you some information about a play with blanks in it, which will be adjectives. You tell me the missing adjectives, or you could give me the full name of the play without the blanks. Does that make sense? Good. Okay. I'll give it. All right. We'll do the 2-point question. We'll see. David Yazbek and Jeffrey Lane's musical, Blank Blank Scoundrels. Lee.
Dirty, rotten.
Those are the adjectives that we're missing. Dirty, rotten, scoundrels. Nice job for 2 points. All right, 4-point question in play adjectives. Tennessee Williams, blank bird of youth. John Lively.
Sweet bird of youth.
That is the adjective, sweet bird of youth. Nice work for 4 points. 6-point question, play adjectives. Hands on buzzers. Mark Madoff's Children of a Blank God. Lee.
Lesser.
Lesser is the adjective we're looking for. Children of a lesser god. Nice job, Lee. Hands up. 8-point question. 8 points in play adjectives. Noel Coward's blank spirit. John Lively.
Blithe.
Blithe is the correct spirit. Nice work for 8 points. And the 10-point question. 10 points in play adjectives. Howard Sackler's The blank blank hope. Howard Sackler's The blank blank hope. Anthony.
Great White.
Great White is the correct hope. Nice job for 10 points. I got some strategery over on the blue team. Let's wait till they answer all the other ones. Nice work for the 10 points there. We are halfway through our second round. Halfway through our second round. 3 more categories to go. Well, next up we've got Jersey Girls. Jersey Girls. Like our ladies, we like Jersey. Let's see what we got in Jersey Girls for this category. 2-point question in Jersey Girls. Doing laundry in the sink, this Jersey Shore girl, AKA Nicole Polizzi, said, I feel like Anthony.
Snooki.
Snooki is the correct Jersey girl. I feel like a pilgrim from the friggin' 20s. Classic Snooki quote. Doing laundry, I feel like a pilgrim from the friggin' 20s. I actually have a signed copy of her book. Don't tell anybody, except for I just told everybody. 4-point question, 4 points in Jersey Girls. This Algonquin wit was born in West End, New Jersey in 1893 and was a drama critic for John Lively.
Dorothy Parker.
Dorothy Parker. She was not a drama critic for John Lively. She was a drama critic for Vanity Fair by 1917. Nice job, Dorothy Parker.
Ethan, where else do you get Snooki and Dorothy Parker in the same 30 seconds?
Famous New Jerseyans, but yeah, it's kind of nice that we get this mix. Let's see who else is a famous Jersey girl. 6-point question, 6 points. Jersey City born, this living omnimedia lifestyle maven was raised in Lee.
Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart was raised in Nutley, and that's a good thing. Jersey City born Martha Stewart. Nice job for 6 points. 8-point question. Our ladies of Jersey, 8 points. This fudge-tastic children's author was born in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Lee.
Is it Beverly Clearly?
It is not Beverly Cleary. I will take away 8 points from you here. I will read it again for the other team. I'll give you a chance to chat and then let me know if you want to pass or go for it. This fudge-tastic children's author was born in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Any thoughts?
Judy Bloom? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Let's give it a shot.
Okay.
You want to give it a shot?
Yeah.
Don't
We need
trust
some
me.
miracles.
All right, Ethan, we say Judy Bloom.
And you should trust yourself. Judy Bloom is correct for 8 points. And the steal. Nice job, fair and balanced. Yeah, it doesn't. At this point, you gotta go for whatever you can go for. But great job. That definitely tightens things up. Judy Bloom was the New Jersey lady we were looking for. Nice job, Heidi. All right, 10-point question. 10 points in Jersey Girls. Our last of our ladies of
You
Jersey.
reset the buzzer? Or I do.
Yeah, you may need to.
Yeah, I would refresh, Anthony.
All right. Waiting. Giving you a second. All right. 10-point question. Big points here in Jersey Girls. Hands on buzzers. Governor of New Jersey from 1994 to 2001, John Lively.
Whitman, Christine Whitman.
Christine Whitman is correct for 10 points. I thought that one might go quickly. Governor of New Jersey from 94 to 2001. She appointed the state's first female attorney general. Christine Whitman was correct for 10 points. All right, so it is 131 to 71. A lot of points. That was category number 1, 2, 3, I think. So we got 3 more. Let's see what we got. Category 4. Yeah, 4. So we got 2 more. 2 more. All right. Our next category is Russian. Russian. I can use that accent that I tried for Italian earlier. Here we go with Russian. 5 questions in the category of Russian. Hands on buzzers for the 2-point question. A shapka is this. Mikavaya shapka is a fur one to keep your ears warm. Heidi.
A hat.
A hat. A shapka is a hat. A shapka. Mikavaya shapka, a fur hat. Nice job. 4-point question in Russian. Hands up. Idiot sneg. Idiot sneg means this is happening, a common weather condition in January. Idiot sneg. Heidi.
I'm just guessing. Snow.
It is snowing. Idiot sneg means it is snowing. Nice job. Yeah, see, Heidi's getting out there. I like it. 4 points. 6-point question. 6 points in Russian. No more Heidi, but the rest of you have a chance at this one. 6 points in Russian. Blinaya means this, the hop in IHOP. Blinaya means this. John Clark.
The hop in house of pancakes. House.
House is incorrect. I'll read it again for the other team. We'll take away 6 points. Blinaya means this, the hop in IHOP. Red team.
Guys, it's got to be House of Pancakes, right?
Yeah, I would think so, but yeah.
I think it's because John just said house. Yeah, then we're going to go with House of Pancakes.
Yeah, I had to get the House of Pancakes, the full thing, because Blinaya is the House of Pancakes. We'll give you the deal.
I know it is International House of Burgers now, hence the confusion.
Yes, IHOB. That's only temporary, but nice job. So still there. I know it's disappointing, but we've still got some more points to be had. Russian for 8 points. Vosium. All right, here we go. 8 points. To get around underground, the letter M stands for this word. To get around underground, the letter M, John Lively.
Metro?
Metro, it works in Russian. Metro is correct for 8 points. Nice work. And the 10-point question in the Russian. The Russian word for a home like Novo Agarevo, it's hard to say. Russian word for a home like Novo Agarevo, Vladimir Putin's forest retreat near Moscow. The Russian word, John Lively.
That's a dacha.
A dacha is correct. A cottage, a dacha is the type of home that Vladimir Putin has as a forest retreat near Moscow. Nice job for 10 points. Good category where everybody got something out of it. But the big points going to Always a Bridesmaid leaves us with just one more category to go and a pretty sizable lead. But let's have fun with it anyway. It is anatomical etymology. Try saying that 3 times fast. Anatomical etymology. Got 5 last questions to go. Let's start with the 2-point question. See what we got. This closed tube that may become inflamed is from Latin for hanging from, as it hangs at the end of the large intestine. This closed tube that may become inflamed is from Latin for hanging from, as it hangs, John Lively.
Appendix.
The appendix is what's hanging from. It hangs at the end of the large intestine. Nice job for 2 points. 4-point question in anatomical etymology. This rubbery connective tissue gets its name from a Latin word meaning grizzle. This rubbery connective tissue gets its name from a Latin word meaning gristle. John Clark.
Fascia?
Fascia is incorrect. Let's take away 4 points from fair and balanced. I'll read it for you one more time. Always a Bridesmaid. This rubbery connective tissue gets its name from a Latin word meaning gristle.
Connective tissue, I'm thinking cartilage.
I was thinking the same. Ethan Sterling, we'll go with cartilage.
You will go with cartilage, and you will be correct for the 4-point steal and the 8-point swing.
Sorry about that.
a triple stumper on the show. So surprised. Nice work. 6-point question, 6 points in anatomical etymology. Hands on buzzers. The name of this gland near the stomach literally means all flesh. The name of this gland near the stomach literally means all flesh. 5 seconds. John Lively.
Pancreas.
All flesh is the pancreas. Nice job for 6 points. Your last answer of the day, I believe. 6 points though, nice work on the pancreas. 8-point question coming up in anatomical etymology. The heart is completely enclosed in this membranous sac, from the Greek for surrounding the heart. The heart is completely enclosed in this membranous sac, from the Greek for surrounding the heart. 5 seconds. Time. Surrounding the heart. Pericardium. Pericardium was the word we were looking for. All right, last question. I don't know if you can make up 100 points on the last question, but we'll see if you can't try. 10-point question in anatomical etymology. Hands on buzzers. From the Greek for hard, it's the dense white part of the eye. From the Greek for hard, it's the dense white part of the eye. 5 seconds. Time. Triple stumper on the show. John, did you know it? I think you know it, maybe.
Is it the sclera? Like sclerotic?
It is the sclera. It's actually the second time the sclera has come up as an answer in a question that I've asked in this year's tournament. So the sclera, everybody should learn it for trivia purposes. No points on that last question though, but glad to know you would have gotten it, John. Final score, 167-67, fair and balanced. You do get to go away, but not forever. You just get to go to the consolation losers bracket to fight your way back for another chance for victory. But great job, always a bridesmaid, especially playing against a power play on the other team. Shorthanded, I guess, if you will. Nice work.
Nice game, guys.
Thanks, Ethan.
Lee, we got you out by noon.
Good work, everyone.
JP will be happy with me.